As always, everything sounds great. We wanna make sure the settings are perfect. We don't want no problems, it's no mistake.
Mistake.
I got so hungry, I used a fork and a knife for my steak. I ate it all and there's nothing left on my plate. I got real mad, I drove home and I got back late. The wife was real mad, she made no mistake.
That's the intro, is it?
Oh, not even that. Like I'm just trying to
the
test.
intro, though.
Hey, do you want to just leave it?
Intro.
Oh, I'm recording. I can just leave it. This could be the extra.
Yeah,
We can do it. I don't think we need to do any tests. I think we've done enough tests all the time, so.
the one time we don't do it.
We can just do it, and then the whole thing's blown out of proportions and it's just broken. No, hopefully we don't have any injuries this episode.
Injuries.
Injuries? That's a bit delayed for me.
We've never had an injury.
Nothing serious. Nothing massive. Just a few smacks to our hands.
Oh. Yes.
We've highlighted those in the last episode.
A few schmackities.
So, I mean, I showed you those few things that I did for the for last week's episode. What did you think of the new little meme style effects that I went with?
Different. It's
Something different.
So good.
So good. So
it's just what it adds more flavor to the package, doesn't it? Like.
I mean, they were very basic. They're in the middle, but I'm thinking maybe I could maybe pop them up maybe to the sides a bit more often now. Like we did have that one because you got kind of like pointed to it, so it's like okay, kind of I'll put it to the side.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I thought that worked. The aliens thing, you're like point to the side. It's like, boom, you mean here? That was good. So
whoop.
You know what else goes whoop right there, Jim? The Beardy Bros podcast. I'm keeping it a little bit more easier on motion this time because I have noticed and realised a few times that it's been a bit too loud. And when I go back and edit it, for some reason it's way over the top. Even though I'm trying to give that energy, it needs to be like, but
I mean,
it just comes through too loud.
The energy.
There's too much editing trying to tweak the sounds, and then sometimes I'll have the thing where the audio's fine, and then for that I've cut it out, and then I've had to lower the audio down, and then it's like low, and then it picks back up again. So it's like, yeah, intro, normal.
Yeah, because you go quiet, it's like, what?
Yeah, because I'm like, it's just too loud, and it's a bit too much, so I thought I'd mix it up for a change, and a bit more easier, but boom, once we figure it out, so yes, it's another episode, another week. It's just, of course, me and Jim this week. No special guests this week. We're going back. We'll have a couple of weeks off, I think. Hard to say, who knows, but we'll try and have a couple of weeks free.
Who knows for next week?
I mean, that's exactly. We say a couple of weeks. It could change next week. That's how special guests. That's how special our special guests are. We kind of do it on a fly. We're doing it on the fly.
You changed the Legion poster.
Yeah, it's over there now. And I got my shelf there. So I still got it. It's just not up over there. It's up on over there.
Yeah, that's like, what's different? Aku's higher. You've got your poster there.
Well, they stayed the exact same height. I think it's because my camera's a lot lower this time.
Ah.
Yeah. So, if you are, as always, if you are listening on the podcast and are listening on the podcast, if you're listening on the Spotify and any other places where you're only hearing the podcast, I nearly hit my hand on that. I nearly just smacked the mic. We're only like not even 5 minutes in, and we nearly got an injury. So yeah, if you're listening to this, if you're listening to the podcast. We have moved some stuff around in my room, so nothing too drastic. Moved the couch back more that way, so that's more over. So I could put the Halo shelf in with all my cool Halo, the stuff that was just kind of sitting empty, and I actually moved. Cyberpunk's over there, and then I got a drone sitting in there now. It makes no sense, just a drone sitting there. You don't see it, but you can look back like drone.
That's trippy, man.
It's just,
I mean,
it's so out of place.
You can probably hang it underneath Aku. Like,
That's what I'm thinking. So, I'm a wall over here. No one can see. I should take a photo, maybe put up. I actually might do that for the podcast. I might actually put the photo up of this wall here, what behind the screen is. But I have my laser rifle, my hoverboard, and my Hyrule shield that I've made, and then I got my headset rack to the side. So they're along my wall above my computer. So I might actually take a photo of that and plop that in. Beep.
I have a light above mine.
Here's a light. I have a light above there too.
Oh, I did this before.
Mm.
This was something new. I was trying to keep it like it, but
oh jeez. It just
what does it remind you of? Like
the old bright light back at the beginning.
That seems brighter. I'm not gonna
I'm gonna
lie,
put my
that
beer- I'm
seems
gonna put my beer
brighter
over there
than
at the
fucking before.
But so I've had to pick up my Cyberpunk stuff that was sitting there as well and move that up over here for now. So that's kind of pushed over more. So everything's kind of... I've given myself like maybe that much space of room. Oh, maybe that much space. So maybe a mouth gap of room. So I've gained a little bit of space back that way. But I now can't really walk down my side where my shelves are. I got to like squeeze in. But I got to rearrange a few things. So I got to finish reorganizing.
Something.
Yeah.
Where is the middle of your screen? Like, that's you're there. Like, do a little fist bump. That'd be
You got to do it the other side to me.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Like that. Okay.
Boop.
On 3 or?
Boop.
Oh, yeah, 1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
What'd you punch? What'd you punch? Did you punch a TV?
Yeah.
Oh, you better not broke it.
Nah, it's right there though.
Oh, in the corner.
I went a bit far, like.
We got a slight injury already. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah,
we always had that, so... Oh. So it is a bit of a quiet week, so I guess that's why as well. I mean, if we wanted to make this week a lot more busier, we could have maybe had Wookiee back on. I mean, if we really have a really quiet week, I think we could just get Wookiee in and we'll have, boom, 2 hours out of nothing.
Probably 3, 6, 9 hours.
So, I mean, if you're liking Wookiee being on the podcast, let us know. He's always down. He's usually pretty keen. We need to do a 4-way for sure. We need to get Wookiee in. We need to get Juddy in. So at some point, we definitely need that. And then we should be looking at getting a few other guests popping in. People are down.
I've had an inquiry.
We've had plenty of inquiries, so it's pretty good.
About Subby wants to.
Yes, so that'd be pretty cool to see when we're free.
He's back.
Yeah.
He said he's gonna plan it out. So.
Yeah, that's exactly because it is. That's what I was saying before. He is kind of busy, so it's like harder for him. He's got to work it when he's free. At least he knows that we're doing it weekends.
Time, so.
Yeah. So he was because I know he was streaming the new DLC for Doom
tonight.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was out then.
Yeah, a few people are streaming it. So, but no, definitely once he's free, because like I said, he's got a busy schedule. So when he's actually free he's free. He'll let us know, and then we can like get him in on the episode, which would be pretty cool. Get more people and get different more opinions and stuff and different looks and things. So
not just that, but you get to meet some of our friends.
Yeah, get to know some of the people, and again too, like Subby will be a good one for the episode because, in a weird way, this wouldn't have got me to where I am if it wasn't for Subby in a way. Like, because I'd done stuff with them in the past, being with like I'll do a whole MKU plug when he's on, kind of thing. Like they'll kind of maybe boost Subby, like do a little Subby plug or But definitely, like that's where I started. So I was thinking if he was going to be on, like I had this whole spiel worked out for like talking about MKU stuff. But even then, I can just talk about it now anyway. So definitely, we've mentioned it before. He is like one of the basically the founders of the MKU gaming. So MKU. So basically, I did some work with them for a while now. We split back in was it last year during COVID? I think it was. And then that's basically because I split, and then we had like a little bit of a break, and then me and Jim started this. So,
this was definitely out of the blue.
Definitely out of the blue. Like me and Jim, like when we started, we'd only recently we hadn't known each other for like what a couple of months, really. Like,
what was it?
Like we would only like freshly
4 or 5 months.
Yeah, like we weren't even like mates for a couple of months, kind of thing, and then we're like, yeah, they're like, oh, let's do it, stuff it, let's do it, and now look at us, we're fucking broskies, we fucking got it down. My screen went
It's
dull again.
insane.
So it's crazy to think
Yeah,
that
you
we're
went
in the
big
second
dark.
season. We're friggin' so many. We're like 12 episodes in. I'm kind of like want to stop maybe mentioning episode numbers a bit because I'm kind of like, ooh, but
We're 2 seasons in.
two
Let's say
seasons in
that.
at least. The only numbers I want to be mentioning is number 24, but we'll leave that for now.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking
I
about.
didn't get beer.
You don't have any beers,
24.
but you know
I
what you
didn't
can
get-
have? 24 metal bars. So
How do you remember where we're up to on that?
I didn't really I don't know, I just catalogue it, and because it's the thing I just think I'd lock it in and just leave it there. So it's going pretty slow, so
I mean, pretty much is pretty much once a day. You just say
basically
this
it's almost
number.
unless it's like that when I started, it was just like I've been doing it a couple of times going boom 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 boom. And like I feel like it's a running joke now, so I've done it on stream, I've done it just in our chats, and now I've plugged into the podcast, so it's just a running joke that I can't remember how it started exactly, but I just mentioned a number, and I just mentioned metal bars, and it was like gold bars, and it was iron bars. Was it when we were playing
Gold,
Valheim or
iron.
something? Was it Valheim? Was it from Valheim? Was it from something else? We're playing that we needed resources. It was something to do with resources. Metal.
I was doing survival. So survival when you started there.
Oh,
so
maybe it was that. I guess maybe because you needed your metal. You needed your metal
the
resources.
metal, yeah.
And I was like, metal bars. You need 12 metal bars, 10 metal. 2 metal bars, 3 metal bars. So yeah, it was basically from that when he did that, and then I've just been staring him since then. So 24, maybe 25 now. We're up to 25 metal bars. We'll just go with it.
I mean, it's probably more, but because we did go up to like 100 and a million and shit.
Oh, we went carried away. I went back and kept it on a normal pace state, but no, it's pretty funny. So no, we're getting there. I reckon it'd be an interesting year, especially since we've got guests coming through the year, and so many people want to jump in, but not everyone can jump in. They got to be the right time, place,
how
right
many
time.
people can we have? 8 people in one chat.
Oh, imagine that! Imagine having a podcast with 8 people in the chat. Maybe we can do it like a special.
Get like Juddy, Wookie, Subby.
Call it the Zoom. Call it the Zoomcast. We're using Discord, but it's like Zoom because you always have like 20 people in a Zoom call. Everyone going wild. So it's like it would have like 8 or 10 people, and just like the Zoom part special episode. Everyone's just talking and carrying on and going wild. So
we got to give Boogie for that.
oh,
I mean, he did like the tweet.
Yeah. I was thinking.
So I mean,
I was thinking that's right. I was trying to think. I wonder it'd be cool to try and get like the boys from Cold Ones. You ever watch Cold Ones?
yeah.
Yeah, imagine getting those two, getting Max and fucking what's his name again? I forgot his name. Chad. Imagine having. Imagine having those two. Imagine having those two on a video podcast, just chilling. Like, how cool would that be? Getting Max in and fucking just chilling. We're all sitting here. They might actually get drunk before we even got halfway through the podcast,
Right.
because they're just like fucking sculling down. I'll be sitting here slowly sculling down, and they'll be just getting wild drunk,
just sipping
Mm.
like that.
I may have to get up halfway through and grab another beer. I'm only like halfway through. So
Should have grabbed it beforehand.
I know I should have grabbed a couple. I didn't think of it. I might have to do a quick runner. We don't even have a third person here to fill in the gap when I need to run for a piss or do something like last time when I had Jack like needing me to do shit, and it's just like I had
And then we had Wookie at least to
balance the conversation off of each other. So now I'll have to. I don't think I'll drink too much through the podcast. I'll leave it on there. I don't even have water. I do have rum sitting here, but I don't think.
I mean, you got
rum.
your massive mug behind you.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
Oh, you should have filled that up.
I know, I should have. I didn't think of it. I just wanted to come back and test the podcast, and then we're like, no, we're going to do it instead. And I'm like, crap, I wasn't prepared.
You did your little sing-along.
My little sing-along at the start, making up crap. But no, I was actually thinking about
Hey,
it.
that's the podcast.
I wasn't necessarily. It's okay. I didn't want to bring it up. It's not necessarily cancel culture per se. But you're listening to that stuff earlier, and I wanted to mention when me and Jens were playing Fortnite. You're watching that video that dude was talking about, like how he mentioned whatever it was, and then people trying to cancel him for it because he was trying to compare the WAP to Hitler or whatever it was. I realized what the connection is and why people, if you've noticed now, people are trying to get cancelled, is when anyone tries to compare something to Hitler, people go on a tirade. Have you noticed?
Yeah, but he didn't compare Hitler. Though.
No, but people go, oh, he mentioned such to Hitler, and then people go on a high rate. So when people start getting misconception and they go mention this and comparing it with Hitler, people seem to go on a tirade because like, oh, it's not the same as Hitler. Well, of course it's not the same as Hitler, but like there seems to be a key point now. I'm starting to see with the whole Gina thing and the whole Jews and Nazis and Hitler. Words. And that's it. There's people are twisting words, so people might twist these words. I'm trying to like debunk the thing here. Maybe people might be like, oh, cancel the Beardy Bros because they figured us out. They figured us out what we're doing. So
I mean, we would have got cancelled last week.
No,
because we did go ham on them.
We did go ham, but I think we're too low fry, which is not too bad. I don't really give a fuck. I'll say, do you see Joe Rogan's been under fire lately?
Why, for speaking out against?
Yeah, he's been just speaking out against anything and everything, and people have been like gristling him and stuff. And you know, Joe Rogan's always been out there. And he gets wild and he gets drunk and
but he
get high and shit.
Speaks the truth. So
exactly. People don't like to hear the truth, so
you don't take bullshit. Truth.
And that's what we hear.
Suck it up.
Exactly.
Like, we'll grill people if you got news about it. Like, we'll definitely grill people.
No, yeah, exactly. Like,
and then you can grill us if you want to, but
grill us.
We don't care.
If you want to start a fight, I'll fight you.
Bring it on.
I'm getting mad. I'll get mad.
I mean, you got mad the other day, but that's a different thing. You wanted to fight everyone then.
Oh, I think everyone wanted to fight everyone.
Right? I mean, but dude, Daz makes a good commentator. If you got Rocket League tourneys, you get Daz to commentate for you.
I know, that was fun. I like commentating. That was actually kind of a little blast we had on that.
Maybe that could be like a stream thing. That's weird. Rocket League tourneys. Streaming tourneys.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I could start like watching like other people's streams of them doing tourney stuff. I could just narrate their stream, watch other streamers doing stuff, and I can narrate them. Commentate their stuff like. No, it was. I'm not gonna dwell on that. So we're gonna move on.
No.
We've resolved the issue. We've resolved the issue. We commentated whatever that was. So I know people listen to this podcast, and we've resolved the issue. Moving on. No, we're not living on the past. Don't. Yeah. Beer.
Exactly.
I hate getting caught up in situations and trying to segue out of it. That's why I'm like, how do I segue out of things so we can just leave it? Fucking leave it. I might actually cut it. Who knows? But leave it.
Yeah.
The past is the past. Let's move fucking forwards. We're going that far forwards that Jim's now playing Fortnite.
Shut up. I killed 2 people. I'm happy.
He killed 2 people, so he finally downloaded Fortnite, and he's given the new season a dabble. He can uninstall. He says he's played it, but he's played it.
I don't know for how long though. To be fair, I mean, play it in spare time, I guess.
That's exactly it. Just give it a little dabble here and there, and if people are on, just go, oh, I'll come play. At least you can come play when me and Jens are on. Usually me, Jens, and Mules, it's usually the 3 of us. There's always a spare spot, so.
Ooh.
Or when it's me and Jens, it's just a.
That means you've got to stream it.
You don't have to stream. I guess you could, but.
It's always that time, though.
It depends if it's on a Wednesday.
Or a Sunday.
Or a Sunday.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Did you just take over your body, did he? For a second there.
He's like, do it. Stab.
Jesus, take the wheel. But, so this, we've had, recently we've had I guess it was this week?
What?
The new season dropped?
Last week.
Last week? This week?
Last.
I can't remember.
Wait.
Was it this week? I think it's this week.
Last week. I think.
Has it been a week now?
I don't know.
Well, either way, I can't remember. I've been playing for the last few days, and I've leveled up pretty quickly, surprisingly, so it could have been this week.
You did glitch a fair bit.
I went down levels. I kept going back levels.
See?
So broken. But no, so the new Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 6 is up and out there. They've still got the prologue event for the new season up there for people to play at the moment. Jim got to experience that freshly with the whole crossover of all the characters, seeing Kratos running around and all the T800s and.
Here you go, pew!
Or the T100? I can't remember.
T800.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's T800s. My brain's bleh.
T100's the metal dude.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Liquidnator.
Yeah, because I called the T800 a PS5, which is wrong because that's the T800 isn't. I got grilled for that. Oh,
So
T1000. Oh, fuck. I
T1000.
couldn't take it back. I already posted it.
Yeah.
I already sent it to people.
Oh, you're a durry, man. Oh
I
man,
don't know why I did it.
it happens because there's too many different Terminators, two different models, too many
I
different
mean, the
models.
T800 is Schwarzenegger. The T1000 is Robert Patrick's one, the liquid metal. And then what's the new one?
Oh,
Freaking.
it's so many different. There's different droids because you got robots that aren't even technically them, but they're still a T series and they're flying or ground. Oh,
I mean, the Terminators are technically T800s, just like Schwarzenegger.
mm.
So,
So,
pretty
but
much them.
but the new Battle Pass has some new characters. So we've got Agent Jonesy you can unlock. They've introduced Lara Croft, some new in-law character Tirana and Raz, plus Cluck, which is I guess an Easter skin. They've got DC's Raven and a Spire Assassin, which is I guess part of the story.
I
So
thought you said Spyro then.
Spyro,
Spyro.
Assassin, Spyro Assassin.
I'm gonna say Spyro. I want to play Spyro.
But so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where the story goes this time around, where it's wrapped up from. Kind of, we're still continuing on from the last season with the whole
I didn't get the story
Rift.
when I looked at that video.
Because you haven't played much of it, you're a bit behind. Or watched it. You don't even have to play. You just could watch the stuff.
Just think, a new player joins like I did then. I just throws you straight into a cutscene. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, yeah. You kind of like miss out on everything.
You
have to go
can't
back.
skip it. You gotta watch it and then play a tutorial.
But
Thing.
no, it's kind of like it just throws you in. Oh.
I don't know, itchy.
But they have also got in the past they're featuring a traditional Lara Croft skin from the old PlayStation days, but improved. Yes, but it's highly resolution model, so it doesn't have the pointy boobs, so no pyramid boobs, which would have been kind of funny to see if we had the sharp texture body and like the. But they've got the rounded edges, so it's got that flat face though, but
Oh,
it's
does
kind of,
it?
yeah, it has that look with the wide mouth and the very flat, like bland face, and then everything's like more smooth detailed. So it's interesting. Then there's Rachel Roth skin for Raven, and there's a little controversy going on at the moment. I don't even know really who he is. I guess he's some kind of sports player or something. But they've got the Neymar, yeah, Neymar Jr. Is he a sports player or something? Soccer player. They got
Barcelona, I think, or something.
Yeah, they got him as like the secret skin for the past, kind of like how Wolverine was for like the Marvel one, and how Predator was for the last season. It's
How
like
did he fit into.
I don't know, like why him out of all people to chuck in there as a secret skin? Like why have a soccer player? And then people apparently digging up. There's all this stuff going on because there's like a controversy coming out now, and it's just like God.
What about him?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Soccer.
It's just like why? Why do we need soccer? Why do we need soccer for this?
Soccer and Fortnite don't mix.
No. That's weird.
I mean, neither do a lot of the games characters are from, but
yeah.
Damn that Donald Mustard.
Well, that's the other thing too, yeah, which is a funny thing to find out from that too. Donald put out a tweet the other day that the Russo brothers helped co-direct the cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
Which is like, what? What? Could you not do like a base? Like it's decently done, but like, did you really need the Russo brothers to co-direct that? Like, is that needed? Could they not?
I mean,
could they not have directed?
Short thing though, too.
Could they? It's all cinematic animated. How do they need their direction input? Like, could they not think of anything badass and cool to, like, get it play out nicely?
What they've done with Marvel, they just like, oh, we want a little set piece to blah blah blah. Like, can you make it to 11 kind of thing? Like,
it's just weird. It was cool, but it was like interesting that it's like, oh, we got the Russo brothers to help out with this. Like, okay, wouldn't they have more important things to do than like co-direct the Fortnite intro cinematic? Like,
the vendors are done, so.
Well, there's all these other movie projects they're working on, so.
What else did they do?
There's all other stuff. Oh, no, they had a few, but.
Probably just. Didn't they do Guardians? Oh no, that was what's his name.
Other guy.
That was
They keened and then he's come back.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember either.
I say Zack Snyder, but he
No, he just did his Snyder Cut, so that got released as well.
which is now out, so you can go watch
4 hours
that.
long in full with it aspect 4:3.
Also, if you're in Australia,
1080?
you've got to watch it on binge, and it's not even 1080p.
No, oh, I think it's no. It is
Well,
1080p, so not 4K. You can't get in 4K.
but people watched it and they said it was 720, so
Oh wow!
don't watch it.
And binge is only on PC. You can't get binge on any other apps either.
Oh wow.
PC and mobile. That's all it's on at the moment. And people are just like fuming now, but that binge isn't on anything else because they want to watch.
I would have
Justice League.
chucked it on Amazon because that everywhere's got that.
Yeah, Amazon like or
They
Steam.
definitely buy that. Just
Amazon would feel more appropriate for it because it's Amazon. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Netflix not so much. Stan not so much.
No.
But, Prime is the best example.
Prime definitely would have imagined it would have been on there.
I mean,
Or could they could have just released
DVD.
HBO Max. They could have just released HBO Max in Australia and been done where they could have made money straight up, not send money to someone else and they get second
Yeah,
change.
let me just move that for a sec. Let me bring that up. Move that across. I want to Google something while you do your thing.
What else we got here?
Can I check something?
You can check some stuff here. So we had I can't find the list for this. Go find the list. But we've had some more PlayStation games added to the free games coming out this month and next month. So we had talked about that the Ratchet and Clank had been added, and they've just added a stack more. Oh, I'm pressing all these different buttons on the wrong keyboard here. Too many keyboards. Still recording. Yep. Let me just look up the free game. PlayStation free games. So they added a whole stack here. Here it is. I'm trying to remember what it was. Because I know Astrobot was another one added for VR related stuff. They added Moss, which is a VR game. Paper Beast and what was the other one? There was another game that was VR.
Wait, Moss. Ooh. Moss is that VR game.
Okay, here we go. Here's a full list of free downloadable games up for grabs. This is coming through the this month and next month at different time states. So you got Res Infinite, Abzu, The Witness, Enter the Gungeon, Subnautica, Moss, Astrobot Rescue Mission, Paper Beast, Thumper, and Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition.
Half them games don't make sense.
So a lot of them are indie games, so they're just like whatever. But then we've got but the big one at least we've got like Horizon, and then we've got Ratchet and Clank. They're dropping on there for free. And then Astrobot's kind of the next one, and Subnautica's up there, and everything else is kind of low tier, like in their stuff. But it's interesting that they're adding those to the list. It's pretty cool. So
okay, I thought I saw Justice League coming out the end of the month on DVD, but I can't find that anymore.
They might have took it down because they're hiding it, trying to get those extra.
I'm trying to make sure.
Not too sure when it's coming out.
I mean, it said end of this month, like in the 31st or 29th or something. But I could be wrong.
Could be wrong. Could be right, could be wrong.
I mean, I know I've seen it at Sanity. Yeah, it said release date confirmed. Where is it? It says May 26th now.
Okay. Push it back.
That's in Australia. However, US and UK dates are to be confirmed.
Okay.
So you get it. I'm just gonna wait for that.
Yeah. Get on Blu-ray, 4K, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Get the high resolution.
Mainly because I've already got the original. I want to compare them.
Yep. Well, I mean, there's a big difference already between time.
Right? Yeah, but it seems so good. From what I've heard, it's an 8 out of 10, stuff like that.
Another thing.
I mean, I didn't find the original Justice League bad, but it was too quick.
Yeah, it was over too quick, and I found it was over too quick, and it was dull in points. Like, it wasn't overly dull. Like, it was still okay, but there was points where it's just like I don't really remember because it's just like okay. And I had to try and watch it 2 times because the first time I couldn't get through it.
I feel that with Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, that felt a little too long. Like, more the sense that it was paced right. Like, it was not long in time, but it's just how it was paced out was kind of slow. And then they had like the action at the end, like they had like their two different perspectives, and then it was like boom at the end.
The first hour and a half was talking, and then it's like
that realistically meant nothing. That realistically meant nothing. There was no solid staple plot points with all the talking. It was just wasted energy, really.
Who directed that?
I'm not too sure.
Can we get a Snyder cut of that?
Just get Snyder to recut everything.
Get everything done except for Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
Everything else DC, Zack Snyder can direct. He'll be a busy man.
busy man. This is one for you because you recently acquired it, but you got to wait a while. This is the Resident Evil 8 Collector's Edition.
Oh.
So
booyah!
He got himself onto that. That thing sold out basically in the first hour.
Oh yeah.
Like, and it was like about 500 copies of that in Australia, and that sold out. I mean, it's 500. It's going to happen. There's thousands of people in Australia, but for the price tag, it's just like boom, people got onto it.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to sell that quickly. Like
me personally, I felt it was a bit overpriced, maybe by $100.
Scalpers did that.
But that's exactly it. This is why I guess things are going to go up in price, because the limited numbers, like I was saying earlier, like in the other day, yesterday, whatever it was. No, it was the other day.
You good?
I just burping now. Reflux. Because there's so limited stuff, it is smart to push the price up so things don't get outbought. But then the consumer does kind of lose out on that because it's like they've got to really want it.
Push the price though, because
it's not massively overpriced.
What you get with it is good because you get a cloth map. Other things I can't remember.
Well, I was going to say, did you see there was one that was released in the US? It was 1800 US. It was the exact same set. The only additional difference was it came with Chris Redfield's jacket.
Ooh, actually, $1,000 pretty much.
Yeah.
Or more, really.
Yeah. So it's the whole same set. It just came with a jacket. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
And actually, I mean, to be fair, with that $450
something like that, yeah.
It come to the leather box. So.
Okay, so it's actually a decent box to it comes in.
I think it's a leather box. It has a leather container that has everything in it, so maybe.
Like if it's leather, then that adds the value to it, because I know the map's like an actual fabric map as well.
Yeah.
It's just hopefully the statue.
Is pretty cool.
Have they said how big the statue is?
Statue size? I don't know.
Because if there's no measurement on the statue could be anywhere between this big and this big.
It was like The Last of Us. That's pretty damn big.
So that's what gets me, is when they don't like put a size measurement on the figure. You don't know how big it's going to be. And I've seen things in the past where they've never fully put measurements to things, and people go, "Oh, okay, it sounds reasonably priced. It's pricey." Get it? And it's been like a lot smaller for everything. Like things have been like this big instead of this big for like booklets.
The picture was pretty big. Like it had a lot of detail.
Yeah, they show that. I mean, he looks different, which is cool still to see. So it'd be good to see actually how big it is. If it's the same kind of scale as like the Cyberpunk one, or if it's bigger.
I just can't believe they did a collector's edition so close to launch. Like, give people time.
Oh, they're just like boom. Maybe that's why too, because I want to make sure they could not get scalpers on it. And
it's mainly hype. Like they're like, oh, Resident Evil, bang, done.
Yeah. So
I'd be fine if they did it back in January, maybe. Just dropped it then and then wait till May when it comes out. But if they gave us a month, really.
Gave us a month.
Comes out May 7th.
Damn, yeah.
So, I'm keen. I'll be streaming that like day one. Shitting my pants.
Shitting his pants.
Getting all frothy over Miss Dimitrescu, or what her name is.
Dimitrescu with them 10-foot tall titties.
No one talks about it no more.
There was like that trend when it started and just died off. I still see a few people trying to cosplay and stuff, but
no one really. You don't see it anywhere now.
Yeah, it died off. The hype kind of burnt out. Everyone's like wild for it. It was fresh as new. It'll actually come back around again when the game gets released. Yeah. We'll see hype up for it again.
When people play it, they stream it.
They'll come across different angles and be like, "Oh my god, look at the cleavage from this angle," or something like that. And be like, "Oh my god, she's got an ass!" Like that's what I feel like will end up happening. Like, look at those legs. Look actually how big they are. And people are like trying to sneak up on her, and she's like this tall, and you're like, "Oh god, I'm at like shin level."
I bet she was in heels for most of that though.
So.
Because she wasn't 10 foot, she was...
No, it's 9. She works out to be 9
9.
foot. I think it's 9 foot. She's a little bit taller with the hat and the heels, so. I was like, but like, if you're already that tall, do you really need to wear heels? Like.
I mean, she's more intimidating.
Like, Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't call her intimidating. I don't think she's really the bad person, really.
She doesn't seem like super bad. Like, she wouldn't. Like, I guess she feels like. I guess she's like. She got all that power, but I don't feel like she would go around.
I mean, but to be fair, at the end of the demo, she did like a Wolverine to the face.
Yeah.
Like these big claws just and then.
Kind of grab over the head, so then you can't.
No, this right into the face.
Right into the face.
Yeah, so.
She got a bit class to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like more.
I mean, that's not classy. Instead of throwing in the face with like 5 big needles.
Who
knows though?
Another news was that there was like what he was I don't know if you heard this one. I did mention in the chat. GTA modder solves loading times for the load times for multiplayer online.
Yeah.
Clears about 70% of the load time.
And didn't they get paid for it though?
Yeah, Rockstar paid them $10,000.
So they could actually implement it properly.
Yeah, because they paid them, so then they could take that and like, we'll pay you for this, for what you've done, and then we'll implement it into our game.
I mean, personally, that's worth more than 10 grand.
Well, basically, that 10 grand that they usually offer for stuff is usually what they offer for people solving security protocols. So there's no real category for it, but they put it into like the security protocol stuff, and they'll put it under that category.
But that's just saved a lot of people a lot of time.
Well, the fact is, though, I almost feel like that we're at the end of the GTA Online. Like, we're going to be getting to that end of it. It's like, you know, it's
because the PS5 one comes out soon, I think. Like
maybe that's why. Because those times have already been shown that it's a lot faster on the Series X, and it's already faster on the PS5. But then you've got the PS5 version, which I'm assuming is going to be faster. But now they got this, which they can actually implement to make it even faster again. So people will be getting into matches like that, I imagine. You know,
which I'm thinking GTA 3 remastered or remade coming out with the PS5 version as just something new.
Could do. So,
pretty damn dope. With the 20th anniversary or 25th anniversary,
something like that.
Yeah.
So that's still very interesting that they did that.
2001, 2002. I'm not sure, but I have heard Grand Theft Auto news that there could be a remade trilogy of 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. So
that'd be cool to see.
Before 6, like play them, then 6, like or.
Mm.
Also, I've heard Starfield could possibly be out this year.
Oh yeah.
Like Xbox Showcase sometime soon. And they'll probably reveal that.
It's been a while.
And then a release date for like fall, like in the summer, whatever time it is. Our summer. Please.
Ricky Gervais! Ricky Gervais!
He's actually getting cancelled now, so...
Hey?
He's getting cancelled now.
Is he getting cancelled, is he? Ricky Gervais?
Yeah.
No, not Ricky Gervais, Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
They're two different people, remember? Ricky Gervais was made up, Ricky Gervais was a real person.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais is made up from Ricky Gervais that we made up. No.
Ricky's not real.
Ricky's not real. But yeah. What about doing a little bit of pud? Doing a little bit of pud?
There's always room for pud, mate.
Yeah, a little bit of pud. How about a little bit of pud, mate? You want a little bit of pud? You got a little bit of pud? We got. How about some custard? We got some custard to go with that pud.
I just want to share that.
You didn't tell me there was custard.
You're like, oh.
I wonder if I could like take that clip. I don't think I could though because it'd be copyright. But I wish I could take that clip of that and then like plug it into the scene.
Not copyright. It's I think you're allowed to do video, just not music.
Just find that scene and plug it into the podcast.
Wait, you want more? You want some more pud?
You want some more pud? You want some pud? How about some custard to go with that pud?
Just sit there like.
Oh,
I mean, but seriously, there's always room for pud.
there's always room for pud. Oh, you're gonna get a lot of that when we fucking play more Fortnite. You're gonna get a lot of that. It's gonna be so good. All the banter we have. Fortnite's got the best banter. If you got the right squad to play with, oh, the banter is great. Makes the game. I think that's what makes the game fun is playing with the right people. When you're playing it by yourself, it's just
yeah. Because I realised when you play by yourself, you rage off pretty easily.
just all this.
And then you're like, I'm stopped. You get jump on Rocket League or something else. It's like
it's boring now. I'm done with it. I'm done with this crap. This is get boring sometimes.
Banter with any game. Like I remember playing Rocket League for like 4 hours. Just like, oh, that went quick.
Went way quick. Mustache.
Way quick is a thing.
I need to trim a mustache. My mustache is way too long.
I want to curl mine. I don't know.
Just shave my mustache off.
I actually said I was going to dye my beard green, but
Have an Abe beard. Just shave my mustache off and have an Abe beard.
do it.
Just.
You got to have it like cut to a certain thing as well.
Yeah, that's it. Like I saw an old bloke come in the other day at work, and he just had the Abe beard, and I was like, Abe. Oh.
I think Abe's Odyssey when you say Abe.
I know, right? The only other bit of news I got that isn't really news, but it kind of is news, but we haven't talked about it for a while, is Cyberpunk. We haven't talked much Cyberpunk for a little while, and what's a Beardy Roast podcast without a little bit of Cyberpunk?
You want some Cyberpunk news? Huh?
Do you want a little bit of Cyberpunk? Do you want a little bit of Cyberpunk? Do you want a little bit of cuss to go with that Cyberpunk?
We haven't heard nothing about the fucking really about the hack either. Like,
no, the hack was done and moved on. That's why I reckon I was on the nose with that one. That the hack was a cover up to give him enough time to move on. Because other people are starting to come out with it now, going, "It's a bit odd with this hack." I'm like, no shit that the hack happened to come at the right time. They're going, oh, now we're gonna have to use the hack. Oh no, this hack has happened. It's gonna delay the game now. Oh, the patching. Oh no, we have to push the patch to next month. This is like, it just seems a bit too coincidental. Like it all
just
seems.
Heads up, we're not saying it's fake, but like
it just doesn't.
It could be real.
It just seems a bit too. There's too many holes. I feel anyway. There's too many holes.
Like, they pay people so much to protect their security, protect their computers, their data, and one person just.
An internal leak. It's like.
Got everything, like terabytes of stuff, without people realizing someone's in there.
That's a bit. That's what I said. It's a bit on the nose. It's a bit suspicious, but they did a new way of they did an in-game kind of like, I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. But they got a patch note up, a small patch note up for what they're working on, and they did like a in-game style news report from the game. They had one of the characters from the game do a news report, and they kind of like rolled off like what they were doing with the patch. So they tried to do something fancy with it, and like that's taken time to friggin' make. They could have just had a thing, but instead of just doing that normal yellow card thing, they're like, we'll make a video to make it more entertaining. So that means they would have spent time for someone to friggin' animate all this crap and crop it all together, and
right.
Oh, it's like that's time you're gonna be working on stuff particularly in the game.
It's not necessarily developers doing that. Could have just been someone good with animation.
They would have got someone in. Well, there's one of the team would have done it.
Yeah,
of course. But basically, the main thing they highlighted out for the patch, though, which was like, well, what about the rest of the patch that would like actually fix the game still? Because the game's thoroughly broken. But I'll get into that in a sec. So the patch currently, police respond more slowly, so they're not just spontaneously appearing. Because there's multiple times when you just do stuff and then just a whole bunch just appear up behind you out of nowhere. There's no running up or coming from from a distance.
Police. It's not just a small number. It's like 5 or 6 damn cops.
Yeah, just spawn at one hit. Just boom, there they are. Police appear to assess crime scenes with drones. So a drone will fly in from, like, hover in from above or fly in and check the area. And you can either try and flee the drone or destroy it. And then from there, that's what gives enough time for the cops to run in. They added a steering sensitivity slider so that the steering's a bit more balanced. Steering should be
Wasn't
more consistent
bad.
during dips
It's
in
just-
frame rate.
The steering's not the problem. It's the whole mechanic of driving. It's just weird.
It's a weird mechanic. They did a thing now where their stuck cars can be dislodged by rocking and rotating them. So kind of like in GTA, when you used to get stuck, you wiggle the thing around, they wobble around, they pop back out, which is kind of funny. Like if you get stuck, the car's stuck. You can't wiggle a car out of place. Your car's done. Just leave it, run off.
But you could spawn in the car.
Yeah.
Why do you have to wiggle to get out? Who gets their car stuck?
If your car's stuck, be done with it. Move on and just call another car in. Steal another car. Like, when are you getting your car stuck in? That's what got me is like dislodged by rocket. Like stuck cars can be dislodged. What are you getting your car stuck in? I'm driven all over the map. Where are you putting your car? Where are you ramming it into that you're getting it stuck?
I mean, it could be the Outback area because I've got a few stuck out there.
I mean, the only problems I've had with the Outback was when I've was on a bike and I paused the game and then come back to the game and then I jump off my bike and the bike's stuck up in the air. It's just frozen in the air. And I'm like, how the fuck am I? And then I pull the gun out, shoot the bike, and the bike falls.
I mean, I've had that just driving down like a highway and cars they just fall out of the sky.
But like
truck, cars, bikes.
But like that was their main focal points for the patch notes. There's apparently a lot more stuff for this new patch, but that was their key focus points that they want to say that they fixed.
I mean, they'll be fixing bugs in that still. But...
No, there's got to be other bugs, but like, why make those their key focal points of fixing? Not just, like instead of saying like, oh, we've done this to fix the game, done this, because
they're the main bugs, really.
Like the game, like after this first patch, like the progression was fine. I should just continue playing, but after that first patch they did, and then the patch to fix the first patch, my game has been horrendous.
I'll say it again. They should have cancelled last gen.
Like,
it should have just been next gen and PC.
I still haven't been able to progress that Takamura mission. I'm still waiting for him to call me.
You'll never finish that. You have to start the whole game again.
I feel like that's going to end up being the way. Then I have to restart the game from scratch, and I've lost all my progress because it's just like null and void. It's just wiped clean everything. Like it's still there, but the game's slowly bugging out. Like I'll be doing stuff, sounds starting to drop out. Things are getting spaz. Like things will spawn in randomly and drive and then disappear, and characters are walking down the street and they just pop and they're gone, or then they pop in and then pop in, and it's like, what the hell are you doing?
Just the Xbox version, like the
it was fine. It was fine. I had a few problems at the start. Progressed through. The game was beautiful until that patch came out, and then the game went to crap after that patch. It's just like...
Is there a date on when this patch is coming? Because we only got like 10, 11 days left.
No date. So they still say that it's supposed to be the second half of this month. We were basically in the second half of this month, so I reckon it's this Friday.
24th, 25th? So
and that was a Friday, so I reckon it's going to be this Friday, if anything.
So 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Again.
So, this Friday... It seems to be a thing that they drop on Fridays, Thursday, Friday.
I forgot about Cyberpunk, to be fair. I'm not going to lie.
I can't forget about it. I got this giant-ass box sitting here. But at the same time, I kind of forget that it's a game now, even though it's like it's PC. I've got it on PC, I've got an Xbox, but it feels like it's not really a game anymore. It's like an aesthetic. It's a thing.
You can't play it on PC.
But it's just like,
It'll play better on PC.
Yeah, I've tried playing on a PC. It's a bit the same on my PC.
Oh.
So it's not much difference. It's like...
Can you still buy those collectors or not?
I don't know anymore. I'm not too sure.
I do want one.
Should have got one.
I just want that damn statue.
Yeah, that guy over there. He's over there now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
I did an awesome statue collection. Also, I got Spyro coming on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's your Spyro statue.
Looks pretty dope. It's not this damn big.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's on my notes.
So I have a Spyro to probably replace with the VR.
Oh, yep. Put that there.
Put Spyro there. Why not?
Why not?
That looks cool.
Well, so that's basically my news. There's much else to kind of compare and rant with. You got anything on your end?
I got a few things.
Discuss over.
I'll start with little things like Outriders coming to Game Pass.
Yep.
Day 1 on the 1st of April.
So that's going to be pretty interesting to see that coming to Game Pass.
Only Xbox though, not PC. So that's the sucky part.
I
wouldn't have minded on the PC because I would have just played it there.
Yeah.
I've got to come PS5 anyway, so...
I would say with that though, it is pretty interesting that because I was going to mention it last week's episode because I had the information there, but I wasn't too sure how solid we were going to be about it, and I was like, I think actually no, I think I might have mentioned it. I think I briefly mentioned the hint about it, but yeah.
But we found out during the week that it was that.
Which it was kind of like a dull hint.
Could have been any space thing. Like.
Just how they talked about it. Mass Effect would have made a bit more sense because of how old Mass Effect is. I was a bit surprised that it was Outriders. Like, I wasn't too surprised it was Outriders because of how new the game was. Like, why bring a brand new IP to Xbox Game Pass where you're trying to sell it to everything? Like, people are going to have to pay it on other consoles, but then it's free on game. Like, okay. Didn't expect the partnership like that.
I don't know.
So,
it's one of them things where I don't think they knew it was going to sell well, so they're just trying to
put out there people can get a feel for it.
From Microsoft as well.
Yeah.
I mean, people, maybe it's a timed thing like GTA was.
That's true too. Could be just timed
like a
trial.
month or two and then...
Take it off there. That's exactly it.
Got some Sony news that they bought Evo Championship Series. I was like, I don't know what that is.
No idea.
I know it's fighting tournaments, so Street Fighter tournaments. They now own the tournaments, which is pretty cool.
Guess, yeah.
Because fighting games are Sony anyway, pretty much. Like Street Fighter, Sony. I forgot the other ones. Guilty Gear, Sony. A lot of them. Tekken, that was just Sony.
Tekken is basically Sony still.
I mean, yeah, but it's on everything. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, Tekken 7, that's on Xbox.
Is it?
Tekken Tag, that on Xbox too.
Huh?
Yeah, on the 360 and that. Yeah. So I don't know. So I know Sony's now got the fighting tournaments, which is cool. Also, remember that Project Athia game? That Square Enix. That knew nothing about. That now got a name.
Got a name?
Which is Forspoken.
Forspoken. Okay.
That's the game name. It looks cool. They showed a little gameplay trailer.
Some more of it.
I never watched it yet. I've seen parts of it, but I've seen the gameplay before. So
yeah. One of those
things. The name, no release date. I think it said 2022 though. So
yep.
Still gotta wait a whole year. This is a weird one. Season 4, Fall Guys coming out soon, and they got a new map reveal, which, you know how you've got the spinny ones you jump over, you got the ones you race down.
Yeah.
You got your tail grabbing ones. This one's a lap-based mode, like a map. Like you got to do laps. Like it's an obstacle course lap thing. That looks so good. It's called Short Circuit. It looks.
It's supposed to be coming to Xbox, I think, sometime.
Yeah.
So hopefully see it soon to Xbox.
I'll be on Game Pass. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't know why. I played like 3 games and that's it when it launched.
Yeah. So hard to find matches. I got it because it's free.
It's just when you learn against other players, you just lose.
Yeah.
Because they already know. I've seen people zip across a map.
They played the map so much.
That was hacks as well. The dude went, I'm done. Fucking hacker. That was on PC. But I've got 2 big-ish ones.
Yep.
I guess. This one I spoke to you about before, but Sony revealed the PSVR controller.
Yep. It's big-ish. They've kept their concept, so it's interesting.
Yeah, they kept the kind of like the Vive, the big.
Yeah, it's a bit like the Vive, weird ring ones.
Which I think they got the finger sensors.
Yeah.
Which, cause I think you got to hold on to it, and you got your stick where your thumb is, like sticks.
Pressure, it tenses the pressure.
When I saw the one angle, please Sony, can you show us the whole thing? Can we see if you've got the thing to hold on to, like my pen, where you just go like that, and you can move your fingers? Like, come on. That's all we want to see. You don't have to show gameplay, just show us the controller at all angles? How does your hand go in there? How does this work? Where's the buttons? Are there buttons? Ugh.
Mapping.
Oh, map the banana.
VR with your penis.
I don't get that. How do you have sticks on? How do you have stick on a banana?
map the move sticks themselves like got banana in their hand. These are the motion sticks with bananas or cucumbers.
Oh my god!
It's like she couldn't get a budget, so map it to these instead. Like motion
Carrots even.
Carrots. Sausage. Playing halfway through, the sausage snaps because you're flipping and going, and it just snaps.
But then what
and then it's like your trigger button, you're like, I can't pull the trigger, it snapped, the sausage snapped. Or you have the banana and you freak out, you squeeze the banana and the banana goes, pull.
I mean, I'm so keen, I think next year we'll see more of it, to be fair. Not this year.
When it gets closer.
I hope we see more of the VR, just show us something.
Well, that's the interesting part. They only recently got revealed, but a lot of people have been inquiring about the new controllers and stuff, and it's like, they've only just like, and this was before people had like, because it must have been in the grapevine that there's talks of the new controllers.
It's been in the works for years. So.
But because they got more closer to the patent, and that it's coming out soon, people must have got the misconception that they're already out, because people have been asking for them. And I'm like,
what, in the actual store?
Yeah!
You get that often, like, you get a lot of shit being asked.
Like, people ask for tech shit, like, they must be on the grapevine where they hear it from somewhere, or it gets spread around. And people just assume because people are talking about it, that it's out already. It's like, that's still months away, like, what are you doing asking for this stuff? Years, months, also, it's just anything in general, though, not related to that exactly, but just in general. Like, people be going, oh, you got this, like, that's still months away, or this is still years away, like, just because they announced, like, they've done something, that doesn't mean it's actually out to buy, like, Jesus.
I don't get how people's minds work like that. It's like, what was it before? You said something, and the people coming straight in like, do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it?
I know it was when the PlayStation was like apparently rumored to be back in stock, and then people were like, it happens with anything. It happens with movies as well. Anything gets announced, it's like, oh, it's gonna be in our cinemas. Oh, have you got this out in DVD? It's like, it was only just announced at the cinemas.
Oh, you get that early?
Yeah, I got things like that too. I had people coming in like for work one time asking if we had that. One, for example, was that Trolls. Was it the sequel? Not the sequel. The other one they did. Yeah, with Trolls. Like for example, Trolls World Tour. Someone come in asking for that yet? I'm like, it hasn't even hit cinemas yet. Like the date here. Like I'll show you. I'll find you the date. Like this is the release date for when it's coming out at the cinemas. You're not gonna be able to buy it. Like I don't know how people. Off and it's like people come ask for stuff. It's just like, it's like you do have a phone, right? Yeah. You do have Google, right? Yeah. The same thing you're asking me. Type that into Google. You go. Like that's all I do. People ask me questions, and I'll jump on the computer because I usually know. But just to show them what it is, I'll just jump on, go to Google, type it in for them, be like, here you go. It's like, do they really need to ask me to like find out information? Like that's why we have the internet. That saves half the time of people asking questions. Like people bring up calls and things, just like Google. Just seriously Google, find out. Like
they went out of their way to come down to where you work to ask you that one thing.
And they could have just done it at home or on their phone, on their way, or when they're out.
I mean, not specifically just that, but like they came to you to ask.
The only time if I'm in that level where I'm going to ask someone that question is I've Googled it and it says that they possibly might have something or it's possibly looking to be out, and then I'll go to confirm, is this actually a thing? Like, is this actually out, or have you guys got it? Like, it's actually available, because saying it could be, but I want to confirm if it is or not. But
exactly. But who knows?
Just think people ask. People are people.
People are people. Can't help it.
People are people. Shit happens. So the mug says shit happens and happens and happens and happens.
That's because that's meant to be full of coffee, and then you shit after your coffee.
I guess so. It's full of water, booze, or anything.
Big coffee.
It's
a liter and a half.
That's.
You're like two of them.
That's a normal mug. This is a. I can nearly put it in there. Pretty big.
Insane.
How round it is.
Use it for soup.
Like, comparison. Controller. Like, it's fucking huge.
Yeah, the controller's not that big there.
Put my hand in there.
Jesus, it is big.
Yeah, my fist can go on it.
With plenty of room. Wow.
I can legit poop in that.
I'm not sure if this is a spoiler or not, but
Spoiler.
it's for Justice League. But I did read on IGN today that the Zack Snyder Justice League trilogy would have ended with Superman's son becoming Batman.
That's interesting.
It would have ended, so there's no trilogy.
Oh, that's they're going if this is the original script that he had for the arc.
Yeah.
So it depends if he's able to do the sequel, second and third. That may be the way it goes.
I reckon he would because this is taken off. So
then we may end up seeing his fruitional story come to light.
But still, Superman's son becoming Batman. So Batman dies. Like,
But it's interesting that Superman's son doesn't become a Superman; he becomes Batman.
that's a big twist. Is that?
And then Batman becomes a Lantern.
I'm done. Nobody wants to be Hal.
Okay, that'll be relevant for this week too. So, being the fact that the Justice League movie got announced and released, in hype to watch that, Ryan Reynolds decided to actually finally watch his Green Lantern movie.
It's not a bad movie though.
No, right? It's not too bad. It's a pretty chill movie. But I'm surprised that he never watched it. Yeah, that was the problem. It's so over CGI'd. Was mainly the mask as well was CGI'd under his eyes. Like, why couldn't you just give him a real face mask? Like, jeez.
It's not hard to make a thing, like to make the suit either. Like, it's been done for how many superheroes? I guess because it was a type of material, maybe. Like, it was meant to be. Like,
even how they track it on, look at the resolution, like the copy of, like, you look at the Iron Man movies and stuff like that. It was around, like, they came out before that, and those things were CGI'd on suits and stuff like that. Look how good they looked.
Really, those were actual real though. Like,
oh no, there's shots where if you look over the casting shots, there's like he's got some stuff will have detailed suits on. Other times it seems he's just got the base suit and the tracking points on him, and they track in the suits over it. But even then, they look so seamless. Like they look so seamless between
whips and that they were all tracked in.
And it's insane, like how detailed they look. So it's one of those things.
Yeah, because Green Lantern 2011 or 12 or something, wasn't it?
Oh, it was around when Captain America came out.
Yeah, so 2010.
Because I remember going to the cinemas watching Captain America, the first Avenger, or whatever it was.
Oh, then again, that's the difference between the DC budgets and Marvel budgets.
Because weirdly enough for me, like I remember watching Captain America and then seeing Green Lantern and being like, I kind of preferred Green Lantern over the first Avenger. Yeah. It's one of those films.
It's just Ryan Reynolds. He just needed a proper suit. That's pretty much. Also, that movie was too fast as well. To be fair,
it was kind of funny though, like some of the generic stuff that he thought up with. It's always funny. Yeah. He's just like, oh, Hot Wheels track, jets. Like his mind could have gone anywhere and created all kinds of things, and he managed to imagine the most basic things. Like, oh, I need to fly really fast. He's like, does the jets? He's like, jets, and he flies with the jets. He's like, ah. I'm like, he could have thought of anything. He could have done anything and everything, and he just like did the most very basic military things, like the machine gun turret and stuff like that. He could have thought of like anything, and they could have gone crazy with it. And they just. Can you
imagine if they redid the Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds? It'd be so good.
Oh, he'd be a lot more better, and the different writing would be different, like better.
I mean, he was good, but the movie was just too quick, and some CGI was way overdone.
Yeah.
Stuff that shouldn't have been CGI were. So that's all I'm saying for that.
What are the yawns?
We might get a sequel, maybe.
Who knows?
Now that he's seen it, you go, I can do that better.
He's like, I want to do my version of it because he's all for the Deadpool stuff primarily.
He done DC and Marvel. Oh snap!
Well, he even made fun of his Green Lantern in the Deadpool movie.
In the first one.
Yeah, he even made a stab at it, which is funny.
That's the thing. He hasn't seen it then, and he made fun of it. Like,
You just went off all the memes. People bagging it out.
I just don't get like they said you can't work for the other one, but he did.
A lot of them have done that.
Yeah, but not as big as that. Like from like Green Lantern to Deadpool. Like Jesus. Wait, Green Lantern is Deadpool.
Deadpool is Green Lantern.
No,
Imagine.
Green Lantern got fucked up, and now he's Deadpool.
So imagine Deadpool as a Lantern. Oh god, that'd be chaos.
He'd be fucking even more powerful.
He'd just be like doing stupid shit all the time. The things he would summon.
The stuff no, that's like an R-rated fucking.
He'd just get carried away. He'd just be like all kinds of things.
Oh, it's already there'll be an X-rated Green Lantern.
Oh. He'd be like, "Ha, Hulk!"
I mean, big and green. But
well,
it could be a Red Lantern.
that's exactly it. Could be any Black Lanterns.
It makes sense. Deadpool is a Red Lantern.
Well, each lantern has a meaning to them, what they are. So.
What was the red one again? That was the higher up one, wasn't it? That was the...
It was I can't remember. There's so many things.
I've only seen the movie once. I don't remember much of that movie. I had it on DVD, and then someone took it.
I got it on Blu-ray.
I don't know why they took it. I had it in 3D.
I think I got it on Blu-ray still. It came with the
That
game.
was cool. Yeah.
What was a cartoon I bought that came with the game? I bought
Game of
something. Oh no, it was the anime. That's right. I bought a bundle on and it came with a Blu-ray of the animated Green Lantern movie, but it came with the Green Lantern game that was based off of the live-action movie.
That would have been a drag.
And that was on PS3, I think it was. It's so weird though to be like, you've got the movie, you could have done the actual movie and then the game movie bundle, but then they're like, let's get an animated movie that's completely different. It has nothing to do with the same story arc or anything. It's a completely different origin story. Not even the same.
It would have been better.
And then they're gone, but then let's add the game with it. But it's based off the live action movie with Reynolds. Like,
I don't know.
It's such a weird bundle. It's such a weird bundle.
I'm still hoping for Superman's son to be Batman. I'm hoping that trilogy comes out, like.
Interesting.
Because I think it ends on a cliffhanger, so maybe. I do want to watch it, or I might wait that couple of months or month.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want to watch it on binge.
No, not with the way the services that I found that you can only watch it on PC and stuff like that.
I was watching 1080p on there, and it was so bad. I like the crispiness of 4K. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So good. So good.
So good. So weak.
Good, so weak.
1080p, so weak.
But yes, I don't know. I think it'd be a nice short one for the week.
I mean, it does help because the last two were like 10 hours worth.
We're just over an hour. It's an hour and 8 minutes. We ain't doing a Snyder Cut, so
probably the perfect length.
We had the Snyder Cut before the Snyder Cut came out.
Yeah,
I should have called the episode the Snyder Cut.
You can.
The last one.
You can change it.
Maybe we'll do one in the future when we have a bunch of us. Maybe we might be the
Beardy cut.
because it's so many of us in the podcast. It'd be like 4 of us or 5 of us on. Oh.
Yeah, you get a Wookiee Juddy sub and just call it the...
Just call there, just have everyone in, just get wild. Call it the Snyder Cut. Snyder
People
Cut.
have hashtag the Snyder Cut. I'm like, Snyder Cut everything.
Because it's trending. That's what I mean. People clickbait everything. Like, people get wild over clickbait stuff, but like, people clickbait. Like, it's the way we live.
Didn't he do Watchmen though?
Hey?
Didn't he do Watchmen?
I think so.
Because there was a cut for that too. I think you.
Well, that was like clickbait. I was scrolling through the quartering shit recently, and there was something going on with like. Have you seen some of his recent posts? That was like the one clickbait I saw when I was scrolling through his feed. I'm like, well, this is straight up clickbait because it had fucking Sarah Silverman on the thing. And she's basically the photo of her with her tits basically hanging out.
Yeah.
I was like, this is straight up clickbait. Like, you're using tits, my dude. Like, it's like I was like curious what cancel culture, because it's something to do with cancel culture again, some other shit going on. I wanted to know what was going on this time, but I was like, but why are you using this as a thumbnail? Like, this is straight up clickbait. I was like,
it works, man.
I was like, oh, because people out there will do that. Maybe I need to do a thumbnail for us to have some titties on there. People
it's
come
not
back now.
clickbait because he does mention it though. So.
I know, but like it's just still out of all things. Like he just chucks that up and it's like what? No.
Well, his editor does, I think. Like,
Yeah.
he wouldn't really have a say. Just be like
The editors do it, but still, it's just like so clickbait. It's the whole thing's like, oh my god.
It's like Daz. I have no idea what he's gonna do.
Well, I've still got. We got the other one up that I did for the third episode. That one's up there with the beards to the hammer to the beards, something like that. And you're like angry, you're like, ugh, and there's like a freaking Justin Hammer, like, oh.
The what?
Justin Hammer. I mean, Justin Hammer. The dude from fucking Iron Man. I realized after I said it, I'm like, wait, is this the dude from Iron Man? Army Man. Justin Hammer. Justin Hammer from Army Man.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
You've had too much to drink, Des.
It's been a big day. It's honestly been a big day. Oh, I'm knackered. Justin Hammer. No, fucking. Oh, Army Hammer.
I mean, I did see that. It was pretty damn good.
And he's like, we're getting mad. So I got the other one. I got the idea of with the last episode we had where it's got like what's his name, Johnny Sins on the thing at the moment. I was thinking because it's got the hairy news, Beardy, Wookiee rants, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was thinking of maybe cutting that photo like that, but like having someone in post hands where it's like reading a newspaper and then clip in like a Wookiee on thing. On a newspaper article, so it's like him reading a newspaper and it's like a Wookiee on the front.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of doing that. So, but that was pretty funny. Like, yeah, I'm looking at it now, where he's just like, looks like what, and it's just like, you got the red face, getting mad, and he's just like, what? With that, it's such a good edit though. Like, that's what I love doing is shit like that. I used to love doing shit like that, so it's kind of like a nice little revert to my my way of doing some of my art. I'm like, this is
Just wait till season 4 or 5. Everything's gonna be like big in your face.
But it's just such a great thumbnail. I'm not looking at it now like, oh god. Let's go 41. Yeah.
It is pretty damn good.
Oof. Why are we not oh no, there we go, at the top. I search it.
Yeah, I remember last time you're like, the Beardy Bros channel's gone.
Yeah! I was out, I was like, what? No, I can't access it because I wanted to check the news. I'm like, it's not there, I can't access anything. Couldn't search it, couldn't access it. So apparently we're blocked on certain restricted networks. We're not allowed to be viewed on government networks, basically. So the government doesn't want us to be heard. So any public places that governments, hospitals,
They know.
Hospital, I guess libraries, maybe.
Hospitals. What?
Yeah, I was in the hospital. I wanted to use the hospital Wi-Fi because I couldn't use my data. I was like, oh, browse it up on the hospital Wi-Fi. Nope, couldn't do it. It was blocked. Being blocked.
Weird. That is weird.
We're pretty low, yeah. So the last few episodes.
This is weird.
So looking back over the episodes, I'll give you some stats for people that are listening to what we've had.
The government's got to build a wall.
Our first video episode has 50 views. Our third episode, which was episode 3, has 42. Episode 4 has 14. Episode 5 has 10. 6 has 11. 7 has 13. And then kind of, it's interesting how it picks up and goes down. Like, it's interesting what people watch, and then they kind of watch, and then it picks back up again.
That's just how YouTube works.
Yeah, the algorithm's interesting.
What push in their face, what doesn't.
Like 11 for episode 8, 37 for 9, and then episode 9 bonus was 4, and then episode 10 was 4. Like, it's very quiet. And then episode 11 is 12. Like, it's like, so I'm wondering if I don't know if it's thumbnails work or if it's when you share certain stuff. But I definitely feel like I need to get more thumbnails so people make like the colors make things pop, so you can actually see it. Mr. Jaws there, the teeth. But no, I'm liking it because actually looking at it from here, when I'm looking at it, the thumbnails definitely make them pop more. Pop, pop, pop. They're gonna be like, what's going on? They're like listening, like, what's going on right now? We're just playing with our hands. gonna be a quiet point. We're just hearing giggling, going, hey, like little school goes. Like, what's going on? Am I still listening to the podcast? It's just white noise here. Oh. But no, definitely. I think the videos are interesting. I definitely like doing the videos. We can get a little bit more creative with them down the track. So.
Oh hell yeah!
There's a lot more we've got open for with videos. So. All kinds of things. I'm just starting to dabble. So. I don't know what aspect of memes I may add into this one with what we've had. So. See how we go. It'll be easier to edit because it's going to be shorter.
Right. Take you a quarter of the time, really.
It took so long with the last episode being like 2 hours long, and I had to bring it down from 2 hours, and oh my god! But yeah. with that case being 15 minutes over an hour,
keep it an hour and a half. But sometimes you get a bit.
We get carried away, but especially if I start editing more, so we'll definitely have to keep it short. So
keep that in mind.
So I think that'll be it. I think that'll be that for this week. It's late, not too late, but I think we'll wrap it up here. It's a quiet week.
We don't want to drag things on.
We don't want to drag this week out. It's only a quiet week. We don't need to drag it out. We don't need to drag it out. So we want to be reasonable for you guys.
If you want to listen,
exactly, always here. Anywhere, watch, listen, anything you want. Reflection.
Glorious beard of.
And remember, you can always have a little bit of pud.
Just a little bit of pud. And custard.
Custard.
That face.
You didn't tell me there was custard!
I actually said before to Dad, it's like, I'm going to make a cheesecake soon. Just with like raspberry and shit. Oh.
Raspberry.
With bad baby.
With baby. I want cheesecake so bad.
I want cheesecake with bad baby.
Yeah, raspberry cheesecake.
Raspberry cheesecake.
But with that, I'll leave it.
Fun of it.
No, we love cheesecake. We kind of are making fun of it, but not fun of I don't know. Can you really make fun of cheesecake? Could you really make fun of a cheesecake?
So good.
Is the cheesecake going to feel offended by it?
Cheesecake's cheesecake. Cheesecake's awesome.
Yeah.
Not as awesome as me, but it's awesome.
Anyway.
That's got an ego this big.
Yes, Jim does have a big ego.
I can't help it.
You can't help it.
I can't help it. I can't.
Well, with your ego, you might as well wrap it up.
Wrap it up in tinfoil. Oh. Put it on your head because this one's over. But as always, thank you guys for listening on episode 12. We have been Dale and Jim. And thank you for listening and watching, and catch you next week. Bye.
Bye. And always remember to believe in the healing powers of crystals.
Why?